Right, here we go. The thoughts of Chairman Jim. This is not zero carb, everybody. Although it does actually link into it. Basically, there's been an awful lot of people just kicked off of social media recently. You know, we've got, of course, Tommy Robinson, Sargon of Akkad. James Goddard has been completely depersoned, like, you know, for calling Anna Soubry a fascist. Yet people can physically attack Sargon of Akkad on the street, physically, and not get charged, and they can physically attack Tommy Robinson on the street and not be prosecuted. We live in a completely double standard state. Now the social media companies, if we look at it properly, they're like, say if it was a global village, they'd be sort of like the places where people would meet and talk and discuss things, and they would discuss stuff and everything like that. And it's, you know, ideas get shared and ideas get pushed around, and people argue, people, you know, change other people's minds. People, you know, it's how it goes, common discourse. But now they're kicking off anybody who has a contrary view to their political doctrine, their dogma. I mean, the ideology of the company, which is basically cultural Marxism from Farquhar in the 1920s in Paris. Basically, it's just a simple extension of that. Now, I basically I'm doing it about the zero carb and my you know, sort of my experience with zero carb, and I'm beginning to notice that zero carb, that sort of attitude is a fringe thing as well. We're right on the outer limits of what's considered normal. And funny enough, yesterday I came out, when I was in town, I actually came out to a food supplier. They actually had some beef for sale, and I said, can I have some beef? And they said, yeah, okay. And I said, yep. And they said, what else do you want with it? I said, no, I just want some beef. And they said, no, you just can't have beef on its own. I said, well, I only eat beef. I'm a carnivore. And the chap serving me sort of looked at me and said, what do you mean you only eat beef? He just laughed. He said, that's very funny. I said, no, it's not funny. I said, it's what I do. I only eat beef. So could you just give me some beef? And I'll give you some money and I'll go away and eat it. And he said, I'm a vegan. I said, good for you. Good for you. I said, but I'm a carnivore. And he just said, I don't know whether I should serve you. I said, well, you're selling beef anyway. And I said to him, like, the good thing about actually me being a carnivore, I said, you've got to understand that there's zero food waste. There's a lot less human waste. I said, it's a lot less waste thing. And waste is one of the problems that the human beings are causing in this planet. And I'm doing something that's cutting waste, and you're threatening to sort of not serve me. Because, anyway, his boss came along and said, what's the issue? I said, I told him I'm a carnivore, and he's a bit windy about serving me. And the bloke said, what do you mean by carnivore? I said, I only eat meat. And he cut me off a bloody girt lump of beef and said, good on you, lad. Lad! And I'm 60. So anyway, yeah, so that, you know, but the thing is, they're banning people from being on social media. So people they're not allowed to go into the rooms and talk. They're not allowed to go into the things and talk to people. So their speech is being completely curtailed. And then they ban people from places like Patreon and PayPal. And so the people can't spend money. So it won't be long before they start pressuring the banks so people can't even have a bank account. Now, we're living in a virtually cashless society already, and I've always said, once they take rid of the cash, they've got you completely by the balls. You can't, yeah, they've literally got you by the balls. You have to jump when they say jump and what have you. So, but basically, if they get you on the bank account, then where do you get your food? Where do you get your money from? So you're basically making you like less than human. And then it's a very, very, very short step from there to the gulag, to prison camps. And if you think I'm exaggerating, if you think I'm crazy, I'm not. That is the thing. I mean, what's happening now is happening under Google, under Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all of them. It's all happening under. I mean, and if you look in Britain, we've got a so-called conservative government, the most Marxist conservative government ever in the history of man. In America, you've got Donald Trump, who, if you believe a single word of the papers and everything, is an out-and-out fascist, and he's coming out against all this as well. But what will happen if the Democrats get in America, and the socialists, God forbid, Jeremy Corbyn gets in Britain? They will get so much more emboldened. They're emboldened enough as it goes, because they're closing down the right wing. Anybody who's got slightly left, slightly a point of view that is not far left. They're not just shutting down far right. They're not shutting down the far right. They're shutting down the moderates, because it's the moderates that are the most dangerous, because their message is common sense. Their message, the moderates, their message is common sense, and their message will get through to a lot of people. A white supremacist coming on talking about it would actually sort of like, you think, oh, you fucking idiot, you're part of the problem, you're not part of the solution. But somebody who's a moderate, who's talking about immigration, who's talking about Islam, who's talking about how to make our lives better and how to protect our society, the Western culture, how to protect Western cultures and Western values. Anybody talking like that is being shut down. Not because they're being labelled far right and everything like that, but they're not far right, they're just liberals. And the parties, the political parties in Britain at least, are so shit scared of losing their power base that they're shunting themselves all the way over to the far left and virtue signaling their arses off left, right and centre. I blame the colleges, I blame the bloody French in the 1920s, I blame the politicians, and it's us, the people, are the only ones who can fix this. We have to fix this. I'm not going to prattle on about Brexit or anything like that. But Milo, another apparently Milo's in Britain today. He's landing today and he's going to Cornwall. He's going to be in Plymouth on Saturday. I don't know the exact location, but he's going to be having a question and answer in a public space on Saturday. That's got to be good value for money, isn't it, really? A bit of Milo Minneapolis, you know? I mean, you got to love the old fag. But I might actually get my arse down to Plymouth myself on Saturday if I get the wherewithal and I get the freedom to do it. I would love to do that and go and see them. Probably have to take my dogs and everything like that. But there you go, that's it. So basically we've got to actually stand up and fight, or find somewhere else where we can get a common ground where we can talk. They are shutting us down. They are shutting us down. I've been demonetized off of YouTube because I spoke about Tommy Robinson. I spoke in support of him, and they demonetized me within 12 hours. Not just that video, all my videos. So they hit me where it hurts, right in the pocket. Yeah, this is how they do it. They make you unviable to exist as a human being. The zero carb's going great. I'm back on the zero carb again. I've not made, I did have that one day where I think, but I was just absolutely buggered. Thank God I had no bad sort of effects of it all or anything like that. In fact, I've been quite good and quite strong. Fingers crossed. I hope the Lyme disease stays at bay. And I can think. Have a good day, people. And Plymouth on Saturday. He's down in, him and Sargon are down in Truro on Friday, Plymouth on Saturday, and Totnes on Sunday. I can't go to Totnes one because I've got Samantha Fish is playing in Bristol. Samantha Fish, look her up. She's a guitarist, blues singer, American. She's hot and she's cool and she's great. We can't wait to go and see her. She's really hard right now. And yeah, she looks like she's not unreformed just as of yet. She hasn't done what we've all had done and had to kick up alcohol and everything like that. She's probably still going. And on Friday night, my band's playing. Hopefully we get some video footage from my band's playing on Friday night. And I will see you on the other side. Take care, people. Bye.